Welcome to the Real Estate Investment Nomad Podcast. My name is Natalie, and today we are with.
Xabiso Mkalipi from Just Property.
Repeat that because there is an accent there.
Xabiso Mkalipi from Just Property. Yeah.
What language do you speak? That's the.
Oh, I speak isiXhosa. Yeah.
Yes.
So with a lot of clicks. But
I,
yeah, my name they can say instead of saying Xabiso, they can just call me X. Yeah,
X,
X.
like X
Yeah.
the platform.
Yeah.
Amazing. We're right now in Cape Town. I want to go talk about the different markets. Today is PE, which means Port
Port Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yes, Port Elizabeth.
And this is east from Cape Town, about how many
Yes.
hours?
It's like plus minus 6 hours. It's like 600, 700 Ks away from here, yeah.
Amazing. So thank you for being with us in this
Okay.
podcast. So we're going to talk about real estate here in South Africa, not only Cape Town, because I think Cape Town has a lot of concentration of real estate, but also what else is out there.
Yeah.
South Africa is such a big country.
Yeah.
So tell us more about your market. How is it like? What's the opportunities over there right now?
Right now, the market there is quite impressive. In terms of getting stock, actually, it's not difficult to find stock. But the thing is, that's the problem is moving the stock, because you find that the affordability of buyers that side is quite. I think with the jobs that they actually, them losing their jobs is quite difficult for them to actually purchase properties because, it's really difficult there in terms of, finding people with the right affordability there. But in terms of getting stock now, it's not difficult at all. Even the the properties, once you also set them at the right price as well, they quickly move. Yeah.
So how long have you been in the market, like in the business, in real estate? Because you're an agent there.
Yeah,
Tell us
yeah.
more about you.
So as for me, okay, can I tell you how I started
I would
actually?
love to hear from the beginning, like because we talked a little bit offline about your story, and I would love to share more about like how you are like so an agent right now
Okay,
for
yes,
a
yes.
few years, but also where you came from and how you made it here.
Okay,
Like from the beginning.
from the beginning.
Yeah, because I would like to show everybody the culture because South Africa is not only Cape Town.
Yeah.
And South Africa has a lot of diverse type of real estate, but at the same time a lot of history.
Yeah.
And I would love to share more of the real stuff, not only the
Yeah.
beautiful stuff that you see in a postcard. So
Yeah.
tell us more about you.
So as for me, I've always wanted to become a real estate agent. Actually, I wanted to own properties like rental properties or flip properties, but things didn't go according to plan. So I had to find a plan B, which I'm glad that it turned out that way because most of the things that I know right now, I wasn't going to know back then. For example, now I know how to evaluate properties. I know even if I would invest into a property right now, I know what to look at. So after that plan of me also trying to get into the property investment game, I decided, okay, let me just shift my focus in becoming a real estate agent. So there was this gentleman that I identified on Facebook that is an award-winning agent. He's my mentor right now. I reached out to him. I DM'd him that, hey, look, hey man, I'm interested. Can you please link up? I'm even willing to volunteer so that you can see that I am interested in becoming a real estate agent. So yeah, we did link up, and then after that, he said, okay, he's going to introduce me to his boss. So that's when the interview took place. So after that, the rest is history. So I became a real estate agent. So that was back in 2022 September. Yeah, so that's how I started. The first year was really tough, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I think I made my first sale after like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, but after that, yeah, it's been a slow journey. But yeah, starting on my third year, that's when I actually can say that I've seen the growth, which was last year in 2025.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And where are you from originally? You were telling me your town is very similar to Chicago.
Oh,
Meaning
yes.
on the
Okay. So I was
yeah.
born and bred in Port Elizabeth. I was raised in Motherwell. That's where I say it's our Chicago. Quite a rough area, but at least I'm still alive, I guess. Yeah.
Tell us some of the stories you told Princess before.
I mean, I've had incidents where I almost lost my life due to people thinking that I'm one particular person, but I wasn't. So and my friends as well, I have friends as well that are right now that are no longer with us because of I think that's the life that they chose. But as for me, I think what helped me is because I come from a strict family, so it wasn't easy for me to be easily influenced by, the type of crowd that I had around me, because I always had that thing that, hey, if I do this, what is my mother going to say? Because I used to get beat up all the time, So, even like when those electric lights go on at night, I know I should go home. So as for them, they
What
could
do you
stay
mean with
out and
electric lights? Like a
as in
time, like a
like it's
shadow
like
time?
when it gets dark, you get your electrical lights that come on, and like
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
the street lights.
When it gets
So
dark
when
outside.
it's dark outside, so as for me, that was like that was my curfew, and as for them, then they used to stay out, and then that's when they actually do their own stuff. But so as for me, that saved me. So I'm very appreciative that my parents, at that time I didn't understand it, but
Yeah.
right now I do understand why they were doing that, because I feel like maybe as a kid you always want to fit in,
Yeah.
and I think I had that thing in me that I want to fit in, but I didn't have the chance to actually do those stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm really glad that it didn't. It's for me, my life turned out different. There's not a single thing that I regret. The things that I went through is what is what made me the person that I am
Yeah.
today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
So the
those are
thing what the princess mentioned was
yeah,
that the areas here they're called townships.
yeah, townships.
Can you share
Yes.
more about what that is for those who don't know? Because I know the only thing we know about South Africa is Trevor Noah, right?
Yeah.
Trevor
Okay.
Noah,
Yeah.
and he's been telling some stories about South Africa and how it really is and how tough it was, with everything happening. And you're very young
Yes.
still, but
Yeah.
how has that affected you as a young professional?
In terms of living in the
No, in terms
township.
of just come out of it,
Oh yes.
work, and then, doing what you do now.
I think, yes, for me, my personal view on it is that, when you're so accustomed to living when you live in a certain environment, sometimes you end up even thinking the same as those kind of people. And, I come from a place whereby, people like drink every day, for example. Some people are drug addicts. And the friends that I grew up with as well, they also, fell into the life of, taking drugs and stuff like that. So as for people like that, it's easy for them not to actually understand that there's more life out there. So it does affect you as a person. So an environment plays a huge role in your decision making. So as for me, it was quite hard also as for me to actually step back, because as for me, I always loved my friends, but I think for me, it came to a place whereby I realized that, if I stay in this type of environment, this is what's going to happen to me. And then when you step away from those type of people, it comes across as if like you're making yourself better, you think you're above them and stuff like that.
More
And
gonna bring you down.
yeah, and bring you down. I'm not saying all of them, but
Of course, of
but I've
course.
experienced it.
Yeah.
And you find that the minute that you try to make certain changes in your life, some people don't like it, and that's when the envy, or some people try to chase you and stuff like that. So you have to move a certain way. Like for example, now if you're a person that used to go party, now you know that you can't go to some specific places, maybe at nighttime, because that's when they might get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's what I can speak of when I think about it, because I can only speak for myself.
Right, right.
So this is what I actually went through. Yeah.
And it's great that you kind of realized that your parents were strict with you and you kind of knew that there was more life outside of
Yeah.
where you grew up. Many people get stuck there and they never come out.
Yeah.
How do you think the society and the government here in South Africa shape or keep encouraging that? They're not helping. I don't think they're not like sharing. Like let's say Cape Town creates a lot of wealth, but they don't
Yeah.
get spread out to the
Yeah.
country
Yeah. Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
it should.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of inequalities.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've seen that firsthand.
Yeah.
How do you see the government playing a role in all these, especially for those who actually need it, and there's so much poverty and need in South Africa?
Yeah, to be honest, as for me, my personal view on it is that I feel like they've done what they could. They've done what they could, but it's also for us. Like for example, I think I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. We always sometimes we request for things that, okay, we want them to help us whatever. Let's say for example, building a playground, or a sports field for us, and then we are the ones that actually you know, tend to even like after they've done that for us, they destroy the same playground that we were that we were
Asking for it,
requesting, that
yeah.
we were asking for. So I think it's a matter of they do the best that we can, but we don't utilize them,
The
to the
best that
best
you
of our
can.
to the best of our ability. So that's just my take on it. I
Yeah.
might be wrong, and I don't know because I'm not into politics that much, so I really
Right,
don't
right.
really understand what's going on there.
Yeah.
But this is just my personal view when I look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good because sometimes we point the finger to the government or you point the
Yes.
finger, but
Yeah.
sometimes we don't take responsibility on how we
Yes.
can come out of
Yeah.
certain situations. I
Yeah.
think from what we chatted about, like same thing happened in Chicago, and I think happens in any big city,
Yeah.
with there's inequality and
Yeah.
some um, groups of population, they don't get the support that they need. And at least in the US, there's some areas that are marginalized as
Yeah.
well. And then, but many people come out of it, like the other side and stronger. So I think it's a matter of mindsets. And I think you have that
Yeah.
strong willpower
Yes.
to keep pushing.
I know. Thank.
So how has that influenced your life, let's say? Because you've come through, strict family. When do you guys moved out of the city that you were born into the city
No,
that
actually, I
PA?
was everything. I was born and bred there, so that's where I live.
Are
Okay,
your
actually,
parents still there?
sorry,
Are your parents
my
still
parents
there?
are still there. Yes, so there hasn't been any changes.
No. So
Nothing.
you were the one who be like, I'm gonna just go to the big
Yes,
city and work.
yeah, that's me. Yes,
That's amazing.
yeah,
I will give credit for that because not many people do that, and sometimes we point the finger at everything else but us.
yeah.
In your work now, your work ethic and your
Okay.
drive that I see you super driven and getting
Yes,
shit
yes.
done.
Thank you.
How do you think that has like motivate you, inspire you to like now do what you do now and maybe to the next step that you're considering, for your
Yeah.
growth?
I think for me, sometimes it's a bad thing, sometimes it's a good thing. As for me, I think I was having a conversation with Princess not so long ago that, because I wanted to join the real estate so bad, the real estate business so bad. Now I find that sometimes, I think, okay, I have a daughter actually, so that's what I forgot to mention as well. I have a 4-year-old daughter. That's my,
How old are you?
sorry,
You're 29.
I'm 29, yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, I'm
So
29.
now you have a
No, I'm
driver.
29 this year actually. I'm
Oh, you're
still 20.
28.
I'm still 28.
So now you have a new driver, like motivation.
Sorry?
You have a new motivation. Your
Yes, I
daughter
have a new
now.
motivation. So she's my motivation. I am also my own motivation as well. I think what helped me is the most is that I've always liked to, I love rap music, for example. I love hip hop. So I remember when I was still young, I used to look up to those guys. Oh, this is the type of life that I want to live.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like having the nice house or having a nice car. But when I look at it, it's like, okay, I just wanted that security. It's not even about the money, but it's just being comfortable. And the real estate business, I'm actually doing something that can actually take me there, that I'm actually passionate for. I'm not doing it just for the sake of money. I really love what I do. I can even wake up in
You're
around
excited
3
this
a.m.
morning.
You understand? I can wake up at 3 a.m. to answer a phone call. That's just me. But sometimes I find it takes away from my personal life because I can be with my parents or hanging out with family, but I'm always waiting for that phone call, for new business.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think sometimes I find it hard to separate the two, my personal life and my business
Turn it
life as
off.
well. Yes, to turn it off. But I just think that I can't stop until I
Yeah.
get to the level that I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just coming back to what you to your question, my biggest motivation is my daughter and my family as well. I also want to show people out there that it doesn't matter where you come from, you can always make it out there.
Yeah.
And you can be what you want to be as long as you put your mind to it. Yeah,
No, that's amazing, and I think
yeah,
that's very inspiring as well.
yeah,
Um, Especially in a country that it can be a bit difficult because it seems like everything is against you when you're like growing up.
yeah.
Um, for Going back to the market that you cover, you moved out from your hometown into the bigger city, or you worked at a PE city, like in Port Elizabeth. How is the market there? You mentioned that there's affordability issues. Do you think, and there's no jobs,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
meaning, so unemployment is high,
Yeah,
and
very high.
how do you operate in a market that is, a bit difficult to get moving with the inventory?
Yeah, as for me, I think as for me, it's a matter of whenever I speak to my clients, sometimes it's the hardest thing to do, in terms of like when you give them an evaluation of their properties and stuff. I always look at what the market has to offer out there. So I always try to make sure that You know, I'm not above the market in terms of my pricing, and those are the open conversations that I have
Yeah.
with my clients. So that's how I manage to actually get stock moving out there. You understand? Because this is what people actually afford.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand. So I think it's just that, to be honest. I can't really go into depth as to other factors, but as this is just me. That's how I've been navigating through this real estate business. You know.
What are
Yeah.
the, let's say, price ranges that are covering your market from, what's the like price tickets of the homes that you're working on
So as
in
for as for
Port
now,
Elizabeth, right?
yeah. So as for now, I've the market that I started with is the market because I know the township like the back of my hand. So
Yeah.
that's why I sell the most, to be honest. Yeah, I've sold a couple in the township. I mean, sorry, in the suburb areas as well. But the most of my business comes from the township. You understand? So as for the township, it ranges around about. It's rare to find a property above R1 million, so it's little below R1 million to like a little as 200,000 sometimes rand, you know. And then when you go into the high end or I mean the suburb market, that's when you it's not that you can't find the one that's a little below R1 million, but yes, but on average it's R1 million and above in the suburb areas. So as for the properties that I sell the most, they're around about 600, 800,000, and then I'll get one there and there for 1.9, you know, 1.5, 1.2, yeah.
That's good. That's good. I mean, it's affordable, more affordable than Cape
Yeah,
Town for sure.
yes. And also the township market is the one that actually moves quicker.
Really?
It it,
Okay.
it, it
Tell us
moves
more
it,
about
it,
that.
it
Like,
moves
how
quicker, yeah.
will it be a cash purchase, finance? The government will kind of provide grants, or there are financing options available for clients that want to buy in those areas?
Oh yes. So we have something that's called FLISP, which is a subsidy for that comes from the government. So the people that qualify for that is people that
How do you
pay
spell that? SIPS?
FLISP. Sorry,
Please.
it's known as, actually it's formerly known as FLISP, which is
Please.
FLISP,
Okay.
but now it's known as it's first home finance now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and so it ranges for people that qualify. It's people that has never owned a property before,
Yeah.
and also a person that earns anything between 3,500 to 22,000. So anything below that and above that, you don't qualify.
Okay.
So let's
So it's
say,
a range.
yeah. So it in terms of the money that you get from the government, it varies according to what you get per month.
Okay.
So for example, the one that I know the most on top of my head right now, a person that earns 3,501 to 3,700, they earn about 169,265, if I'm not mistaken. Let's say 170 to round it off, 170K. So they get that amount, you understand? And then for a person maybe that earns like 10,000, they'll get less because the more you get paid, the more
You can afford.
you can afford. So so that's what you look at. Okay, let's say if you earn that you earn 10,000, and for example, they say that okay, the government is willing to give you 100,000
Yeah.
upfront, and then if you want a property that's 400,000, for example, then that means that the balance you're going to pay through, you know.
No.
The bank, yeah, you know, so that's what you're going to use. So as for them, that's just the money that you get from the 100,000 you get it from the government, and then the 300,000, that's what you're going to pay off
It's a loan.
as a loan, yes, home
Okay.
loan, yeah.
That's good that they
Yeah.
have a little at least a program that
Yes,
helps
yeah,
home ownership,
yes.
especially in townships and the areas in the suburbs
Uh,
in Port Elizabeth. How is your journey going like so far? And you were thinking to shift your focus to Cape Town as well, maybe.
yeah.
What would be that jump? Like, can you describe the market differences between both of them? Like now that you are here in Cape Town, and how is it compared to back home? Like lifestyle, prices, purchase power.
You know, as for PE, as I was saying earlier on to Princess, that PE is one of, if not the most affordable, is one of the most affordable here in South Africa. For example, you can literally get a property there, not so far away from the beach or right in front of the beach, let's say for like 3 million rand, 4 million rand, you know. And as for here, we talk about Clifton, we already know Clifton is,
Yeah.
you know,
Next
the price
level.
is the next level, you know. So in terms of that, it's very good. It's very good, and and you know, we are sitting on a gold mine. It's a very beautiful city, friendly people. Everyone knows one another. Even the lifestyle there is a bit slower, relaxed compared to Cape Town. Compared to Cape Town. So that is if you want to relax. I would say if you want to move, like if you're so accustomed to living in a place like Cape Town, and you just want to relax and you want to get a good city, I'd say also PE is one of the places to go to.
And PE is in the coast as well, right?
Yes, it's in
Like
the
there's
coast
an
as
area.
well.
So you
Yes.
say, what would you say a beach home goes for in that area? Will that be considered the suburbs or the city? Like,
No, suburbs.
or,
Yeah,
if
suburbs.
you're by the water?
By the water, yes. It's okay. Okay, as for like your okay, we have a place called Summer
Because many
Spring.
people like the beach
Yeah,
living,
yeah,
and they just want to stick around the coast and kind of find the most affordable but still safe
yeah,
area.
yeah.
What would you say that if they want a beach home in PE, what would
Yeah.
that be? Those price ranges?
Um,
Because here it's almost unaffordable in Cape Town, being right on the water, but probably over there still like developing.
um, as for there, I would say around about, we have your outskirts area there that because I'll talk about
Like the
limits
beach
of the main
as well.
city, the main city in the beach. You don't usually get properties that just right in front of
Right, the water.
the water there. You
So like
understand? You get like
second line.
yeah, you get like apartments that's facing the water. And then as for properties, they're just right at the back of those apartments. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
So I, the you see the main road, like the main road is it's just the main road, and then you have your shopping malls and your apartments. That's it facing the water. In the outskirts, that's when you can actually get the water. I mean the property that's just right in front of the water. So they go about around about 3 million, 4, 5. You understand? That thing. To be honest, that market I'm not really familiar with it. I just know it. I just know it when people speak about it because I haven't worked that much in that market, so I don't want to say too much
Price.
about anything that I don't know there. You
Right, right.
understand? Because that is not my market. I usually focus more on the markets that I mentioned earlier on. But
Yeah.
I know that you get something for like plus minus 3 million. 3 million and above, yeah. And then as for apartments, it's like 600,000, a million or 2 million rand.
That's really good because when
Yeah,
we do the US exchange rate, which I always do, to make sure that I get it, because a lot
yeah,
of people are wondering how much are the
yeah,
rents, and then based on that, so let's say 3 million. 3 million, we're talking about
yeah,
187,000 US
yeah,
dollars for those people who are interested.
yeah,
So that's really good for like a beach home. Like, no, doesn't have to be like in front,
yeah.
but even walking distance, people
Yes,
appreciate
yes,
that
yes,
and the
yes.
lifestyle.
Yeah,
When they cannot afford, let's say, Cape Town, they can still go to the other coasts.
yeah.
How do you see the safety? Like, I know safety is a big issue in South Africa, but what is what is it like for people who come to you and they select certain areas based on safety levels or based on like space, or it depends on the family? Most likely depends on the family, but
Yeah, yeah.
what
It
would you
did.
say?
Like, are you asking from a person that wants to purchase a
Yeah, like
property?
if,
Then?
the demographic of people who buy
Okay,
in
yeah,
PE, what are they looking for mostly? Space, like more space, or just their
yeah.
first home, or the
Okay, yeah,
closer to the
yeah,
beach? Like,
yeah.
what kind of buyers are you getting right now?
Right now, I think I've been lucky to get people that are first-time home buyers the most. People who you find, and those people are the people that you can actually, you know, they're not tough they're not difficult to deal with, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So it's easy for you to tease them, because sometimes it's okay for people to have their opinion, but sometimes when you come across an individual that's
They think they know everything.
yeah, they think they know everything, and then when you tell them, okay, this is how the market is, they
It's hard like
it's hard
to,
to to educate them. You understand? But as for first time home buyers, what they look for the most as long as it's got let's say two guest rooms. Okay, majority of the properties that I sell is like 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom properties. So usually they like, if it's a couple with maybe a son or a daughter, they'll look for a 3 bedroom because they think about their room and the son, and then they want the guest room property as well.
Yeah.
If it has a flatbed as well, which is an extra room
Okay.
at the back, maybe somewhere in
Like
the
a deck.
yard, you understand? Then that's also a bonus. Parking area is also essential. Must have a nice kitchen. Yeah, I know a woman like that's the first thing that they look at when they walk into a property. So if the property ticks those boxes, it won't be difficult to sell, especially with the right price. You know, if it's not above the market value. You know, yeah.
Do you see a lot of new construction coming your way, like projects that are sold in pre-construction, or is most likely when they already finished, then people buy? How is the inventory right now? Or resales of homes that were older?
No, for me, I've never been in the development space, so I just work in property that's been there
Existing.
for quite a while, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a matter
So
of
finished properties.
just finished
and then
properties.
resales.
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
That's good. And would you say that from your perspective now, for everybody who's listening out there, that considering South Africa as a destination, would you, what would be your final message for those investors or people who are thinking about South
Yeah.
Africa, but they're like, I don't know yet, I don't know where.
Yeah.
What would be your message to them?
My message to them, I would definitely tell them that this is the perfect time actually to invest, especially with the current prices now. Because if you are looking at from a investment perspective, this is the best time because our economy right now is actually growing. You know, and even so, when our economy is growing as well, even you know, the prices are going up too. You know, especially if like for PE where I come from, you know, it's a great place to invest into. You know, as I said that we are sitting on a gold mine there, and you know, because there are a lot of developing areas there, and I know there's plenty to come. And with the new systems that are being set in place, I know there's going to be plenty of jobs, you know, that are going to be out there for people. And you know what? When we have like jobs and stuff, that means more growth, you understand, because we get the city working and the country working as well. So I think for me, just to keep it simple like that, this is the best time to invest into the country. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited to learn more, and I think we have to visit Port Elizabeth soon.
Yeah.
With the right experts.
Yes.
How can people find you online so they can connect with you? I think you have a very inspiring story, and many people will be like agents out there that probably are looking at you like, hey, I can do this too. How can they find you online?
They can find me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and
What's your
WhatsApp.
handle?
So my number is 064 805-7150, and then on my social media, Xabiso. Okay, it's X
You have to spell
A.
it.
I have to spell it. Yeah, it's Xabiso. B for bicycle. Biso. Boss, as in boss. Yeah.
There
Kalipi.
you are.
Yes. Kalipi. Oh, that name comes from my grandfather, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I have that as my middle name. Okay. And my surname is Mkalipi, so it's Mkaliphi. And I said I didn't say my number, right?
Yes,
Yes, I said my number.
So
Yes,
good.
yeah.
And we'll put all your information in the description below so people can contact you directly. Click and follow you.
Yeah.
And also, if you're interested to learn more about Port Elizabeth, all that area in that beach town as well, but it has suburb areas, you can contact X directly.
Yes.
And
Also known as Mr. Sell Your Property. Yes. I've
yeah,
heard.
there you go.
Yeah.
So then we'll put all your links below. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing your story and your experience so far in the real
Yeah.
estate space and your knowledge in the market that you cover.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us on the Real Estate Investment Nomad podcast. I hope today's episode has inspired you to explore new horizons in global real estate. Remember, the world is full of opportunities waiting to be discovered. And with the right insights, you can turn those opportunities into successful investments. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us bring you the best content possible. Don't forget to follow us in social media for more resources and updates. Until next time, my friends, this is Natalie Salas, encouraging you to think big, invest globally, and transform your real estate journey. Safe travels and happy investing.